Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Dario here with another Options and Play video update. So we're here. Earnings season kicks off this week, and Alcoa used to be the shotgun start, but with Alcoa splitting up and kind of pushed back, now it's the banks. So most people look to the banks as like the beginning of the quarter. Thursday and Friday we get the bank reports, so we're off and running. Um, that being said, uh, it is still a little bit quieter. I mean, there are some big names, but definitely a little quieter. The following week and the week after that actually are really when things pick up. But like I said last week, like I said in last week's video, which included this week, at this point, I am expecting some unscheduled guidance, which we started to see pop up a little bit the last couple of days. So, as companies wrap the books, it would not surprise me to see more press releases about, preliminary numbers. So, those could be market moving, even if you obviously can't really plan for them. All right. So Monday before the open, nothing of interest. After the close on Monday, really only one name, Pepsi. Um, about 5 points is what's priced in. I mean, the staples haven't been too volatile in earnings recently, but we did just see like a pretty good report and a pretty big move from General Mills. I don't trade this one very often, but to me it seems like there's some room either way. It's off the high. It's obviously just off the low from a few weeks ago. So, uh, you know, at the end of the day, it's like if you have like a strong opinion on it, maybe it's something you take a look at. I mean, with the options pricing in like five, and me not really trading it very often, I don't know if I'm going to go after it. But I do think that setup wise, there could be some room either way, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was a little bit of a mover. I just don't know, with options pricing in five, how much more than that. Before the open on Tuesday, actually, really all day Tuesday, there's not much, nothing interest, nothing really scheduled. So the next big one will be on Wednesday, which is Delta. Actually, Wednesday morning, so that's when the CPI is too. So that's going to be Wednesday is going to be a big day um, because you have the CPI, and last month that was a huge catalyst for the market. I mean, Delta will be Delta will be closely watched, but it's not going to have a huge impact on the market, not like the CPI. They're priced in about 2 points for Delta. It's first big airline report for the quarter, so definitely will set the tone for the group. I mean, I'd expect some movement. It's just this and some of the other airlines. I mean, they've been kind of trading these lower ranges, so I mean they act a little weaker. I guess like my thinking would maybe be a little bit more on the bear side, but tight 2 3 week trading. Maybe they're due for a move. Um, American Airlines, UAL could be sympathy plays because they don't report next week, so the option pricing could be a little bit lower. After the close on Wednesday, nothing of interest. For the open on Thursday, so this is basically when the quarter kicks off. So JP Morgan is pricing in 4.5, and Morgan Stanley is pricing in about 375. So, um, you know, I, I some quarters I feel like the different banks have different like banks have different setups, right? Like different names are outperforming or underperforming. I feel like right now they're kind of just moving in line with one another. I- it's it's to me it's been harder to pick like outperformers or underperformers because and this includes like names even like outside of like just the banks. I mean, like a lot of financials seem to be moving in tandem with one another. Um, I mean, last quarter it wasn't spectacular for the banks. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't spectacular. I think expectations are pretty low for the group going in, but they still need to deliver to see like the stocks maybe move higher. Um, the interesting thing about next week is that Bank of America and Goldman Sachs don't report. So you have a lot of the banks, but not Bank of America or Goldman Sachs. So it could be a sympathy play opportunity on those two. Also, for me, when JP Morgan reports, I like to look at some of the credit card companies because JP Morgan will report credit card metrics. So like in AXP, Capital One, Discover, maybe even like a Visa or Mastercard even, but those aren't always too sensitive, so those could be in play as well. Also Thursday before the Open, Taiwan Semi, about 4 points of what's priced in. Definitely a big semi report. They gave monthly sales this week, actually this morning, which were okay. Stock is up a little bit. Had a huge reversal on a Samsung headline on Thursday. Um, I mean, I feel like the monthly sales removes some of the uncertainty, but it could still be volatile. And it really needs like a solid guide because semis and this stock have been getting hit hard lately. So I not really in the mood to try to pick bottoms on the chip stocks. So I feel like what I'll probably do is wait and see how the numbers look, see where the stock is, and then maybe go from there. But this could move other names in the. I mean, it is the biggest chip stock, so it could move other names in the chip sector, and more specifically, like the semi-equipment names. After the close on Thursday, really nothing of interest. Friday morning, you got Citi, which is priced in about 225, and Wells Fargo, which is priced in actually about 225 as well. So, more of the banks, but with J.P. Morgan and um, Morgan Stanley the day before, Citi and Wells could move off of that. So, you have to assume that they're going to be up a bit or down a bit come Friday. Um, but they could still move even after like the Thursday numbers. So we'll see how the week goes. And then actually also Friday morning is UNH, which is like a big healthcare report. They're pricing in 19 points. It's been a little bit choppier just lately, but I mean you can see how much relative strength it's shown compared to the overall market. A lot of strength in the health care space in general lately, and the managed care like health insurance names have been particularly good. Um, they have a consistent history of delivering around earnings, and even though the stock doesn't always act consistently on the day of the report, it does really still act well. So I mean, I guess I would be surprised if the market stays strong to see this maybe tick higher into the earnings release. But I think in terms of options, like 19 just to me seems like a lot to lay out. So I don't know if it's going to leave a ton of room. So I might just look to like trade it after the numbers come out if there's like a quick setup on it. All right, and that's it. So you can see some big names coming up in the calendar next week, and I mean with the CPI on Wednesday, I mean I'm expecting a busy week of action. So I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so if you like this video and you're looking for more information about trading earnings with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options in play. Have a great weekend, stay well, and I will talk to you all on Monday.